Today I'm in the Monogram kitchen making goat cheese fondue. It's really simple to make. I've got heavy cream, soft goat cheese, tarragon, and lemon zest and juice. I'm going to combine all this. It's a really great appetizer, and if you don't love goat cheese, you can do Boursin cheese or blue cheese. Those both work great as well. And I love to serve this with apples and fresh bread. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is do my tarragon here. I'm just going to kind of pull the stems from the leaves. I just kind of give it a gentle tug, kind of against the grain, pull the woody stem off. Tarragon's kind of got a little bit of a licorice flavor. And you know what I love about this recipe? It's really easy to customize. So if you don't love tarragon, another herb I would recommend is mint or chive. Both of those would be lovely in this. Okay, here we go. What I'm going to do is take my tarragon, I'm going to mince, right? So I'm going to review here, holding the knife with the fist grip. I'm going to put my hand on top. I'm going to go back and forth. This is a random cut. I'm going to go ahead and take my tarragon down to a nice mince. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to put my cream on the stove. I'm going to let that get nice and warm so that I can melt the cheese into my cream. Okay, my cream is nice and hot. Careful you don't let it boil over. Now I'm going to have this off the stove. I'm going to add my goat cheese. So I'm just going to whisk that in. And you want to make sure that you whisk this in off the heat. If you bring your goat cheese to a boil or a simmer, any cheese for that matter, you're going to end up with that kind of oil slick on top and that graininess. So it's really careful that you be careful with temperature. Okay, my goat cheese is all whisked in there. I'm going to add my tarragon. Got a little bit of salt and pepper in here already. And then I'm going to do the lemon zest. And when you're zesting, it's important that you scrape, turn, scrape, turn, scrape, turn. You want to make sure that you're grabbing new zest every time you run your lemon across your zester. This happens to be by microplane. That way you don't get the pith, which can be a little bit on the sour side. Okay, give that a tap. Finally, I like the juice of one lemon. Traditionally, fondue is oftentimes made with white wine, but I find if you add white wine to this particular recipe, it really makes the goat cheese taste stronger. But if I add lemon juice, it makes it taste much more mild. So a lot of people who don't care for goat cheese end up loving this recipe because of that tip. Okay, so that's it. Then I like to serve this with some apples for dipping. Those are very easy to cut. And of course, some fresh bread, which I'm going to slice. This is Chef Mark with Contract Appliance, a luxury division of Appliance Factory in the Mattress Kingdom.